How are y'all doing today? I'm going to put up some collards and show y'all how the way I do it, the way I was taught to do it. But we got a big old box full of collards that we got today. Little small heads of collards. But I'm about to put these up. I'll show you what I got going on so far. Justin put me a little light here, that way whenever I go to look them I can see them, you know, see anything on them or whatever, in case if there's any worms or some kind of insects or something like that. It's just easier to see with that because the kitchen light isn't really good. So I do got some of the stems cut off of some of them, and I just got them sitting in the sink. I have not washed them yet. I'm just cutting them at the moment and getting the bad parts off of them and getting that part ready for the animals so the animals can have it. I'll try to get y'all some good angles if I can. All I do is take the bunch, figure out where I want to cut it. So a lot of these stems are really thick, and I don't like thick stems. They take longer to cook. Just take a knife, cut through it. Take what's left over, chicken bucket. I skim through the leaves to see if there's any bad spots, like here. See a bad spot? I'll take it, I'll tear it out. If I see any like frostbite or something, most of the time I won't cook those if they got really bad frostbite. Some of these do have some frostbite on them. It's just not very bad. But like I said, I'll glance through them, see if anything needs to be thrown out. And when I find a good one that's got some frostbite on it, I'll show y'all. Actually, I have one right here. It's got a little bit of frostbite on it. Some discoloration and frostbite here. But I've seen some that was worse than that. But you just take that piece there. You don't want that. It's no good. Take that piece, throw it out. I will be walking back and forth to this box back here to get the collards out.
You need your
No. And you just go with the process and you keep going until you get all the stems cut away. And see with this one, you can see on the back, it says got a little bit of a purple coloration to it. There and there. It's where it frostbite. And then of course you got a couple little worm holes there. But all you gotta do is cut those out if you don't want them in there. And that stem's still a little bit too big for me. So all I do is I'll go down each side of the collard. That way I'm not throwing away the leaf. Cut that stem out. And you're left with a leaf looking like that. And a lot of people do it different ways. It's just the way I was taught to do it. And it's the way I like doing it. I was raised by my grandmother, and I tried to take in all the knowledge I could. That way I'd have some knowledge in cooking. So far, so good. See any insects. Like I said, this is only a quick look. I'll actually look them a little bit better than this. But I'm just trying to get the stems cut off of it right now. Hello, everything and nothing. And just keep repeating the process. Y'all have any questions or anything, just drop them down below and I'll keep looking over and try to answer as many as I can. And I won't hold y'all for the whole process. I just wanted to come on here and show y'all a little bit about how you put up collards. And you can see here, I'll actually show y'all. I don't know if y'all be able to see it or not. But you see that little speck right there? That little speck is a snail. So when you're washing them and looking at them and stuff like that, you got to watch out for snails and spiders and worms. That's it. Make sure you're looking really good. But like I said, I'm not doing that right now, so. You have some that's got some bad spots in it. You ain't got to be perfect with it. Tear the bad spot out, move along. And see, this one here is eat up pretty good. And I'm not even gonna save it. I'll just give it to the animals. They need some collard greens in their life too. And see, so is this one. It's pretty eat up real bad with frostbite, and it just doesn't look the healthiest. As you can see, my sink is getting filled up fast. I got about 2 more heads of collards to cut stems out of after these 2. Just give them a quick look over. And this one here, what a worm's eating it. Isn't that crazy? A lot of people don't want to save those pieces. They'll throw them out. But I just cut around them. As long as you wash them, they're fine. Another thing I want to tell y'all, when y'all doing this, make sure you got a good knife. I do not remember where we got this knife. I want to say Walmart or Sam's Club, I'm not sure. But it's been a pretty good knife. It is the black handled knife.
Oh, that I think from Walmart. It's a little cheap guy. It's the one I use to process chickens.
Okay. And see, this one here is another example of bad frostbite. You see the stem right here in the middle? Hi from India. Hi, I'm in South Carolina. I need you to empty those, at least one of them out for me. Or you can wait until I cut the other ones up if you want. That way you got to come back in for just 2 more. Just stick them in there best I can.
Sorry, hit your phone.
My husband hit the phone, so with his leg.
Get out of the way.
He's trying to help me dump that thing for me. I'm saving the end pieces for we got chickens and guineas, Muscovy ducks. We have bantams and standard breeds and large breed chickens. We have rabbits and goats and geese. We had just recently got a breeding pair of fantail pigeons. we're probably gonna start getting more of those here as soon as we get a pen built. So we got a little small homestead, and we just do the best we can with what we've got. Like I said, I'm not going to show y'all the whole process because I would be on here for hours. But basically, that's the cutting part of it. I got all the bad spots cut out of it. And I'm going to wash. And then I'm going to blanch. I am cutting up collard greens and I'm blanching them to put them in the freezer for later. I got a sink full. Sorry, it's so shaky. Put this in here. You want to throw that box out?
Let's see right here for a second. Put it in the trash.
And I'm going to have to get these and put them in here until I can get them washed. Gotta have somewhere to put this stuff. I have a small kitchen, so it's kind of hard. It's hard to have places to put stuff.
I did not set these on the ground outside, so you're good at these.
Okay.
Just rinse them.
Well, I ain't washed the collards yet. I just got to make room that way I can start washing them.
If you look like you can't see it, so. Now they're watching you watch yourself. It's got a big delay on it.
Yeah. So after I get them washed, I have to back y'all up a little bit. I'll try to talk a little bit louder. I gotta get them washed and then I'll cut them up.
Just gonna stick it aside.
Find something else to put these in. Do we have something bigger I can put these in?
Yeah, I can get you another bowl.
Never mind, I found some. Did you see yourself?
Not on this yet.
That's my husband, by the way.
Dang, that's got a massive delay. Dang, I shook the cameras already.
Alright. I already cleaned my sink and everything and disinfected it and sanitized it and everything before I started the video to try to save some time. So now I got to get some water in the sink and start washing. And depending on how dirty they are, a lot of times I might wash them just twice. Sometimes if they're really dirty, I go 3 or 4 times. And then after I wash them, then I'll go to cutting them. Like I said, it's a long process, so if you don't want to stay and watch, I understand. And if you do want to stay and watch, thank you for being patient. Fill your sink up with water. I'll bring y'all over here where y'all can actually see me. where I just sit here and do this and move them around, and like if there's any sand or something on them, just make sure that they're clean. Like I said, this will be the first washing, so of course I'm gonna wash them again. I just want to get basically the base layer of sand or whatever insects may be on and off of them. And my other side is clean, so I just take them, stick them in the other side. Take me another batch. Do the same thing. I know in different parts of the world and the country, people do things a little bit different. But if I had a bigger sink, it would be a whole lot easier.
Get your grandmother's bolt from out there, that big one.
I forgot about that.
Let me get it out from under there.
Is it under there?
That's where it's got to be.
Whew. And make sure you got water that's not very cold, because now I'm freezing my hands off. There's probably underneath all that stuff. Be a big old spoon.
Yeah, let me go rinse it out real fast for you. For some reason, I remember that being big. We'll mix it out back here.
Let y'all see what the water looks like. You see how the nasty greenish tint to it? You probably can't see it on camera, but that's like the coating that's on these. They came from a farmer, so I don't think it was sprayed. It wasn't sprayed with anything, as far as I know of. I might be wrong. Hey y'all, how are y'all doing? The Real Life, y'all go follow them. They do a lot of fishing videos and cooking videos. I see what y'all been cooking over there. These are collards. I got them today. Justin, come in the camera and say hey to the Real Life.
Hey.
That's my husband.
There you go. I need to clean up that giant bowl we got out there and start using it.
Oh, my husband happened to think about this bowl. And since he pulled it out, I'm going to share it with y'all. Y'all see this bowl? Or pan, whatever. It's aluminum. How many of y'all remember these back in the day? And they got this little, whatever this is. You can sit better on the back. This is my grandmother's. She used to clean collards. She used to shell butter beans. Everything out of this thing. And guess what? I have it. And I start doing the same thing with it. And my husband happened to think about it. So now I'm going to use it to put my collards in. Like I said, this one's already had its first wash. This one's already had the first wash. And then I'll empty my water and try it again. They said, hey, Justin. Well, the thing about it is I don't have any kids of my own, so the only way I'll be able to pass it down would be through Justin's little sister, which she's 18 now and got a baby of her own. She'd probably be the only one that would keep it, not necessarily use it, but she would probably keep it just for the simple fact that it was mine and my grandmother's. Yeah, our nieces are too young to care about stuff like that. So I'll run me some fresh water and do it again. It's gonna be. I'm gonna go through all these collards here, so I still got these two things full too. So I'm gonna go through all these and get them in the first wash, and then I'll come back again and wash them for a second time. It's just my process. I just think it's easier to do it this way. That way I'm like, did I wash that 2 or 3 times, or did I just wash it once? I didn't want to like confuse myself. when you get old like me, you start confusing yourself real easy. So, but I'll do my first wash and making a mess at the same time because my sink ain't big enough. But I basically just do my first wash. And then when I go through my second wash, you'll start seeing me actually like look at the leaves and stuff and make sure there's nothing on them. But right now I'm just trying to get the, what you could say, surface dirt off of them. So I got that part done. And if y'all got any easier way to do this, let me know. But this is just the way I was taught to do it. And I've been doing it like this my whole life. I just don't have a big enough kitchen to do it with. I didn't even think about counting how many heads of collards that was, but they were, they had a rubber band around them, and they were like 2 to a bunch. So, if I had to estimate, I probably had maybe 10 heads. I'm not sure, but they're small. They're not really big. So, but I can't complain. So, any collard is a good collard. So. And surprisingly, these collards are pretty clean. Surprised. A little bit of frostbite, but that's about all I've seen. I put too much in there that time. I'm making a mess. They will shrivel up. Look at that water. Besides the collard green chunks, I mean, not very much dirt coming off of them. You know, it's always going to be a good time putting collards up when you ain't got to sit there and worry about sand being in them, because I don't know if y'all have ever eaten collards that people cooked and had sand in it, and when it's just all gritty and stuff, and then you got to throw the whole pot of collards away because they ain't no good anymore. So I'll take that back out again. Rinse out my bowl. Really good. And I don't know if y'all have ever seen these before. These are the best thing we've ever invested in. And I use them for everything. Like you see me washing collards in them. I actually, when I'm defrosting my meat to cook, you know, for supper or whatever, instead of leaving it in the sink, which I used to do, I put it in this, put a little bit of water in it, defrost quick, and you ain't got to worry about washing your sink out and all that kind of mess. All you do is wash the bowl. They also come with a lid. So I got a lid. Cambro, I think's the name of it. And I don't know if you'll be able to see, but on the lid, you can actually put the contents and the date on it. Thought that was pretty neat. So we're going to go back with, have to rinse all that nasty inside of the sink. And fill it back up again. And I still got a whole nother thing to do. Yeah, I was sitting there thinking about something too. If you had like a small, what am I thinking of? Like a small chicken breast or a small turkey breast or something, just because you want to cook something. I mean, this would fit a small turkey breast or a chicken breast in it. And you can marinate in these things. I've done that too. Okay. So I got one more to do, just one bunch here to do the first wash on. I don't want to overcrowd my sink again. You too. Thank you so much for stopping, and I appreciate it. Oops. I stopped dropping them on the floor. Oh. No. It's still on. This is the boring part, I know. I'm trying to do it the best I can, as fast as I can. That way I don't bore y'all too much. Alright. Everything's done with the first wash. First wash is done. Rinse your other bowl out. Alright. I think we're going pretty good. If I ask myself, going pretty good. And since we'll just go ahead and do the ones we just did, make it easier on us. For the second time. And this time I'm going to be looking for the bugs and the bad leaves while I'm washing them. Like I said, these look pretty good, so I probably won't have to wash them again. Another thing too, I'm going to tell y'all is when you get a leaf, you see the stem here, you have to look very close. Make sure you don't see any insects, no grains of dirt. But if you don't, that's going to be your grittiness there, because that's where the dirt and everything is going to lay. So you make sure you scrub that stem real good. And it is very tedious work. But that's why you get you a good light. And you take your time and you wash them. And make sure you get all that stuff off of them. I'm still picking out some of the ones that's got big stems in it because I don't want to cook the big stems. Come on, y'all, talk to me. Give me something to talk about. You ain't got to hear me talk about collards the whole time we're on here. Tell me, how was your Christmas? How was your New Year's? You know, a lot of people cook greens for the New Year's. They do collards and mustard or turnips. Most people do collards, and then do black-eyed peas for the change, the money, they say. So, and I usually do it too, but I didn't do it this year. I didn't feel like cooking. Now I just get to put up collards. That way we'll have them throughout the winter, and if we have enough, we might have some for spring. There's my second wash. Like I said, just keep going with it. Like I said, it's going to be a good little while before I can get it done. I try to do it the fastest I can do it. I know we can do better than just 2 viewers. Especially if somebody gets on here and just starts talking with me. Instead of being here talking to myself. I might just do the live doing this, and then I might end up just doing a regular video for the cutting and the blanching and stuff. That way I ain't got y'all here the whole time and boring y'all to death. Gotta change my water out again. Constantly have to change that water because it gets filthy, and you don't want to keep washing your collards in the same thing, the same water. Very time consuming. But this is the last I'm gonna wash these, and there's two other, the sink full, and then I got a bucket full right here. And wash these the second time, and then we're gonna go with the cutting part. And that one there's eat up pretty bad. We're not even gonna save that leaf at all. Okay. Hear something loud, it's my husband back there banging. He's doing stuff in the bathroom back there. Fixing the walls and getting the walls ready to paint, and to, we got a piece of drywall that has to be replaced. We're getting everything prepared to replace that too. He's back there doing that while I'm doing this. I'm on a second wash on these, and then I'll have to get them cut up, and then we'll get the pots prepared.
I ain't going to get the pot prepared.
Well, I gotta get these washed and cut up before the water starts boiling.
Well, I know it's going to take a while with that pot. So.
I'm sorry, y'all. I thought this was a good idea to go live and to show people how to do this kind of stuff, but it's so time consuming. If it was just like, if I only had like 2 heads of collards or something, I probably should have waited and just done that. And just showed the process that way. Nothing like real life. Nothing like real life and having to do things. Been procrastinating for about 3 hours trying to do this. I was like, I don't know if I really want to do that yet. But, you know, like my dad says, if it's to be, it's up to me.
Once that dries, we can, I've just got to put one more coat on it, and then let it dry when you start putting some of that stuff back on the other end.
Okay.
I'm cleaning this crap up.
Do that water. Now the stopper ain't wanting to cooperate with me. There we go. I'm gonna have to try to put some more in these right here. I'll have to use this. I got one right behind me. I ain't got no sense. I wasn't thinking. I got 2 for a reason, because I knew I was going to run out of the room.
That's second washing.
Yeah. I'm only going to do 2 washings on it because there's no sand on it. And I'm looking at them as I go too, so I don't see any bugs or anything. They're pretty decent looking collards. You don't get that very often. It's like it's never ending. Once you get going, it seems like it never stops. blinky at the end and it keeps going. You got dinner in Lake City. Where'd you go? Funny thing about today is Justin's dog had another appointment, so we went all the way to Kingstree, went to the doctor's appointment, left there, went straight to Lake City. Justin had to return something at Walmart. Went there, trying to come back to the house, and thought about something that we should have done while we were there. I was supposed to go pick up my brake pads, but the people didn't ever call me, so I didn't even know if they were ready or not. So I ended up having to call O'Reilly's, and I told them, I said, hey, is my brake pads in yet? They said, yeah, they came in. So we had to turn around after we just got home from Lake City, trying to go all the way back to Lake City and get my brake pads. So I've had it for a day with driving. Then I end up getting some collard greens, so and I'm trying to get these washed and put up. To Tori's house. I don't know who Tori is. Oh. Sounds like that's gonna be dinner. It's always good when you get those free roosters, you know what I'm saying? Got one more batch to do. Look like a Rhode Island maybe, but oh, I seen those on Facebook. Got one more to wash, and then I'll be ready to start cutting. I'm glad you got on here and started talking to me. The real life come on for a little bit and talked to me, and that was about it.
I'll talk to you.
Huh?
I'll talk to you.
You talk to me every few seconds, Justin. I'm talking to people on. I'm talking to people on the thing.
I'm like, I need to talk.
Yep, they have their. Oh my goodness. That's fun. Some of these things still got big stems in them. You said you went to eat somewhere though. Where'd you go out to eat in Lake City? I think we eat Bojangles in Lake City. That's what we eat. Seems like that's been the kick lately is Bojangles. Can't really afford anything else. Oh, okay. How about try not to lose signal? I gotta have somebody to talk to. This is the boring process of it. The eating part is the best part of it. Which I'm getting down to the nitty gritty now, so it won't be so bad. Some of these things, the stems look like a rat chewed through them. Look, that's awful. Justin, what character do you use in D&D?
What do you mean?
That's what Lance asked.
Right now I am playing a bard. That's a
bard?
Yeah, right now I am.
A bard, whatever that is.
And I usually play barbarians though.
But he usually plays a barbarian, he said. He said he's gonna print you one with a 3D printer.
What?
Little thingy for D&D.
Character or something?
I'm guessing. You talking about like the character, like the character he's playing with? You gonna print them out? A piece of collards stuck in my sink. Alright, now I got to, oops, grab they were together like that. I have to clean this off because I got soaking wet. I mean, it's soaked too, golly. Get my cutting board back up here. Got a mess. He said, "Yep, I found a bunch of free files."
I'm gonna show him the character.
Okay.
This is the miniature that represents my character. He's a centaur.
water on this floor. Just ran out of paper towels. I need paper towels when you get a chance. Our air conditioner just came on, so you're probably gonna hear a lot of loud noise. It's gonna be the air conditioner. No, it should be fine. And I'm about to cut some of these. I'll rearrange it later. Now that I got my collards washed, I just take them and it's just the way I do them. They can do all the stems on one end. You don't have to, but it's just the way I do it. Got a hair on me. I'll figure out where it's at. Take them and get them however thick you want them. You just take them like this. You probably can't see. Take them, roll them. Just roll them in a roll. Try to get where y'all can actually see it. My socks are soaked right back in this water. Take it and roll it as tight as you can. And just cut off. I do about 1/4 inch to about 1/2 inch wide. And just however you want them. And just keep on cutting, keep on going with it. And sometimes you'll get down to them hard stems. If you don't want to mess with them, you just take them and pull them back out. And there you go. Now you got collards. And I just dropped one. Oh. You just repeat that process until you get them all done. And they ain't gotta be stacked perfectly either. That was just me trying to show y'all basically what I do. And you can do them, depends on how good your knife is. Like there's a big one right there. You get a couple of them, stick them on there. Once you get the hang of it, you know. It's easier if you take the bigger leaves and put them on the bottom. That way you can roll smaller leaves up in it. If you ain't gotta be perfect with it, you just take it and cut it. And make sure you don't cut your finger. Free files for D&D stuff like characters and dice. He said, the files are for like characters and dice.
What'd you say?
He said for characters and dice.
Oh, I've got like 200 set of dice.
Tell him. He's on there. Eat that pretty good. Don't mess with that one. Got a ceramic knife. Most of the time I use a ceramic knife doing this, but that's just what I started off with was this knife, and instead of dirtying another one, I just use this one. The ceramic knife will cut even better and faster. These big ones like this right here, they cut down it. Cut that big stem out of there. That thing's gonna be tough if you don't flip that joker over. Roll it up. Some of y'all know how to roll things up. Real tight. Hey, you want to go ahead and get my pot of water started? Things ain't gonna lay right. Did you hear me? You want to get that pot of water started? I already got some that's cut up that can go in there. Yep. Yeah, that'll work. We must have lost Lance because he ain't said nothing else. Now he's on the road. They said he's coming back to Baton City. My only viewer left me.
Well, you got one viewer.
Don't mind my stove. It is got bacon grease on it. I haven't had a chance to really clean it. So you just take your cut up collards. I try to use the biggest pot I got. That way I don't have to do so much. But use whatever pot you can. Just filling half of them in the floor. Take them and put them in your pot. Just like that. Then I'm going to sweat down. They're going to sweat down and then you can add more to it if you need to, or set them to the side. Pick up my mess. Alright. Turn y'all back around. Hopefully y'all be able to see me. That one's got some bad in it, so I'm not going to save that one. And sometimes when you're looking at them, and like you were doing like I was, that was actually fast, believe it or not. But sometimes you do miss some of them that's got some bad spots in them. That's why you just look at them as you go, as you're piling them up. You can see them better, especially if you got a better light. One of these days you'll get better lighting in this kitchen. bunch of little stuff and just dropped another leaf. It's not happening at the knife for some reason. Drop some questions down below, y'all. Any questions about the homestead, about what I'm doing, what else y'all want to see on the channel, those that are familiar with the channel. And if you're not familiar with the channel, you go like and subscribe, and you'll see a bunch of videos I've already posted to give you a general idea about what we do here. I try to switch it up a little bit and do a little bit of different stuff. Just figured I would do something a little different this time. Y'all always see all the animals all the time, so figured I would do like a constructive video, that way y'all can see how I'll put stuff away. Just wait until spring comes and we start doing a garden. Hopefully, I mean, we're still going to do a small garden because just me and Justin. But I'm going to try to do a little bit more things this year, if possible. As long as our health lets us do it, we'll do it. Share this video, that way people will start joining. Get on your Facebook and share it. Because all my people are doing live and stuff until now. Like I said, it ain't gonna be perfect, and it won't be perfect, because they're gonna wilt down in the pot. You ain't gonna care what they look like. You just gonna care what they taste like after that. But I'm putting these up in the freezer. I'm not cooking none tonight. And that will get a loose signal. Somebody lost signal. said I wasn't gonna do this whole process, but we're gonna go ahead and do it anyway. I think if I was to collect everything I've been throwing on the floor, I'd have a lot. Everything's been falling on the floor. And I'm just throwing it in the trash because at this point, I'm tired of messing with it. Just so time consuming. I don't want to play music or anything because I don't want to be copyrighted, so. For y'all that don't want to stay through the whole live or whatever, I do believe I do have a video on my YouTube that's shorter and shows you the process if you want to watch it. I basically just wanted to come on here and say hello and chat with everybody and see how everybody's Christmas and New Year's was. Probably got a lot of people still at work right now. I got so much more to go to. It's ridiculous. If you're coming on, say hello. Drop a comment down below. Don't be shy, just talk. Ask questions. If you don't know me or don't know what the page is about, just ask me some questions. I'll be happy to answer any questions you got. And I'm almost there. I'm trying to get them cut up that way and get them all blanched. Look at her. Look how pretty. You have to constantly come in here and push your collards down, turn them, stir them up a little bit. Because sometimes the ones on the top don't never start wilting until you get them mixed up really good. You see? They're starting to wilt. I'm going to let them wilt a little bit longer. And then I'm going to be able to, I'll put them in some tin pans and let them cool, because since I got so many to blanch. But that's what I'm going to do with those. Because that's all I got. I got a small kitchen, so. I mean, literally, that's my shelf. And my stove and my refrigerator, so I don't have any counter space or, you know. Sorry for all the shaking. It's my tripod. But not very many of y'all on here, so if I don't get any more viewers here in just a few minutes, then I'm probably just gonna log off. I was not expecting this much.
We're gonna change the color anyway. I'm not gonna do more painting.
We have to do the whole wall and that's color anyways first.
Yeah,
This is
I know.
primer.
But I'm going to wait till you get the other stuff and pull everything out and finish the sheetrock putty or whatever it's called. Then I'll finish everything.
Y'all want to let's take a break from this, go see what he's doing in the bathroom? Let's go do that. Take y'all with me. I'm bringing them in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Bringing y'all in the bathroom. It's a mess. Here's the process so far.
Yeah, I still gotta put the sheetrock putty around this area and in the corners and stuff like that, so I'm not finishing the wall till I get all the sheetrock stuff done.
Yeah, so.
Once I get all the sheetrock stuff done, I gotta get the stuff to do the corners and stuff. I didn't know there was a special thing to do the corners until I started Googling it and stuff.
So don't pay the walls any attention right now.
Don't step in that. Yeah, you can't tell I've done the little sheetrock putty thing now that I got it all sanded down, can you?
Mm.
And then there was another line right up in here that probably needs a third coat, but I'm gonna wait till I can get all that stuff done.
That's that. Their toilet. We're not going to show the toilet. Okay. That's the man with a plan.
In my 6-pack.
Look at his 6-pack shirt. Anyways, I just figured I'd give y'all a break from seeing collards and let y'all see some primered walls. But, he's got it going on in here.
Show them why we're doing it.
And he wants me to show y'all why we're doing it. That's the whole reason. Y'all side. Oop, it won't let me go sideways. So, anyways, that there. There's a hole down there.
Can't see it. Right there. The water started leaking out the bathtub because it was installed wrong. And I'm gonna fix all that, and we gotta fix some stuff behind the.
Gotta go back in the kitchen. I hear my pot in here. Watch out, Angel.
Some trash.
My pot, my pot. I wanted to start boiling over. Goes to show every time you go to leave the stove is if something wants to boil or so yeah. Good thing I didn't clean the stove yet because now I gotta clean it. I got it all in the burner now. Alright, everybody. Been on here long enough. Hour and 21 minutes. So, basically after this step, here, it's already blanched. You take your collards and juice, put them in a different thing, like a different pan or whatever. I'm probably going to use one of the tin pans. And, one of these. And just put them back inside of that and let them cool off. And after they're completely cool, you take your Ziploc bags, you put your collards inside of it, put you some juice in it, squish all your air out of it, and zip it tight. Lay it flat. When you put it in the freezer, I'll show you something I already have done already. And then this is your finished product. These are some ones I've done a couple months back. But There's your finished product. I won't hold y'all any longer. Y'all got any questions, drop them in the comments down below. Hope y'all have a great day, and thanks for joining, and we'll see you on the next video.